billions of dollars, huge mansions, hundreds of thousands of acres, 7 adopted children, and many dark secrets. Why, from the outside, it looks like we have it all, and we do. But everything comes with a price. These are the trials and tribulations of the Whites of Cash Landing. Well, I do say that Richard Branson fella has him a right fine spaceship, don't he, Kitty?
Indeed he does. It was awful nice of him to give us that private tour of space. Though, you know, Baron, it's so black up there.
Agreed. I think that space would be better with more whites. Chiquita, there's somebody at the door.
Oh, Baron, silly, Chiquita's dead.
Oh my, when did she pass on?
Well, it's been a while ago. I saw her sitting on the floor by the hallway about a week ago, but I thought she might just be taking one of them afternoon naps.
Now, Kitty, that's awful. How many times have I told you not to let them sleep on the job? Good Christ, who do we have to open the door now?
Well, maybe you should.
Insane. We're all in the West Wing. I'll have to take the shuttle. The next one isn't coming for 15 minutes.
You could, what's that thing that poor people do?
Walk? Shut your mouth. Now, there, it stopped. Well, they didn't have any stamina, did they? It must not have been important.
Well, anywho, I think we should send that Mr. Branson something nice.
Agreed. I'll have someone go down to the 4th basement and get him one of them Templar Knight swords. He'd like that. I got him down there next to the body of Mary Magdalene.
Is that where we keep her?
Yes, and that's why I told you, I said, never let that liberal Tom Hanks down there. Always causing trouble, that man. I hate Tom Hanks. Hate him.
Hate's a strong word, Baron. He was so good in that Forrest Gump documentary.
Well, and that's another thing. Making fun of retards. How come you never get in trouble for that? Poor old Harvey Weinstein has a few poke and tickles with some starlets and they run him out of town on a rail. But play a retard, you get an Oscar.
Well, that's so true.
Excuse me, is this the zoning department?
Yeah, that's what it says on the sign there.
Well, I have this letter was sent to my house a few days ago. I did not get it right away due to the evening shuttles being canceled between the West Wing and the North Exit. I hired some guy that runs the buses for Detroit. He said he would save me money. I have since had him killed.
All right, then, let's see here. Okay. Well, this is a standard letter letting you know about the land lease that was not renewed.
Standard? Boy, you better find me your superior ASAFP. No one calls Baron Richenwhite standard.
Yeah. Well, the land lease was up at the end of the month, and since you did not re-sign it, we are rezoning the land for low-income housing and a few strip malls.
Strip mall? What in the hell is that?
It's a plaza where you shop.
Well, I don't know anything about that. I have everything delivered to my house. And you didn't give me any notice whatsoever.
Sir, it was a 100-year lease. You had time, and you're holding the notice right now.
Boy, now listen to me. I have an 82,000 square foot home surrounded by 253 1/2 acres in God's country, Alabama. It's the family land, and it's all I've ever needed.
Well, correction. You had that. Now you have 17 acres.
Well, what about my garage?
Yeah, according to the land lease, you should have never built on the leased land. I see you had a 52,000 square foot garage. What did you have in there? The spruce goose?
Don't be a wise ass. I keep that in my dome in Dubai. Besides, our monorail is attached to that.
You have a monorail?
What did I just say? Now, boy, are you listening to the words coming out of my mouth or what?
Well, you can maybe apply for some sort of variance, but I just don't see how you're going to be able to keep the land. It's been 17 days. You had 2 weeks to respond.
Well, I've got a team of lawyers that respond for me, and they're going to be getting in touch with you.
Well, I don't have anything to do with it, sir. I just work here at the counter at the zoning department. You'll have to talk to the city council.
Well, like I'm going to go talk to the city council. I have people who I talk to, and they talk to other people, and then they'll go talk to someone as paltry as the city council people. But we'll get this straightened away. Well, my name isn't Baron Richenwhite.
Your name is actually Baron Richenwhite?
For God's sake, son, is there something wrong with your ears? It says so right here on that big sign that woman's holding behind me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, actually, who are all these people that you brought in here with you?
Well, I don't go anywhere without my entourage. This woman here is just standing here to be able to hand me papers. Nobody hands me papers. They hand her papers, and then she hands them to me.
That's your whole job?
It's a living.
Hopefully a good one. I just don't understand why the person behind you has a portable lit neon sign that says Baron Richenwhite with a couple of red neon arrows pointing downward towards where you're standing.
Well, people need to know who I am.
Yeah. All right, well, if you guys could just leave, because we've got a whole line of people who don't have an entourage of 17 superfluous and useless characters that they bring with them. They actually have, probably real problems. So, thank you. Have a nice day.
Well, it has not been a nice day yet, but I guarantee you, with the money I have, I can make a nice day.
All right, now. All right, thanks. Yeah, crazy? Party of 20? Out in the hall. How did it go at the zoning department? Did you get it all fixed?
Hell no. Some smart-ass boy told me that we should have never built on the leased land. Imagine telling me something.
But Baron, that's where we had the fleet of cars, and the upper levels are the children's school.
Good God, woman, I know that. Hell, I have 114 of the finest American-made cars you've ever seen there.
And what about the monorail that those nice people from Disney built for us in the 80s? Are we going to have to give that up?
The hell you say? I'm going to the 6th basement right now to talk to my team of lawyers. If I cannot ride back and forth to our garage in futuristic comfort on a high-tech monorail while listening to the soothing sounds of Richard Kiley, this is not the America my daddy grew his fortune by inventing the speculum.
Give him hell, Baron.
Agreed. You know, Kitty, hold on. Alexa, play inspirational music track number 4. That's nice. Okay, where was I?
You know, Kitty.
Thank you. You know, Kitty, when my family came here in 1906, they had less than $12 million. Can you imagine that? Living like street urchins in a 30-room home on the park. My father worked his fingers to the bone inventing and testing his dream, the speculum, to help the vaginal issues of women in this God-blessed country. In fact, that's how he met all of my 5 stepmothers. And then in the crash of 29, he cornered the stainless steel market, and just a few years later, he would become the first billionaire of our land. Ours is a long and distinguished history of a poor immigrant family raising up from nothing to the highest levels of this land. Why, when we say we made our money from vaginas, we mean it.
I wish sometimes we wouldn't say that.
Shut your mouth. You know who has a vagina? The goddamn Statue of Liberty, that's who.
Is it a concrete vagina?
It wasn't until I paid $100 million for the world's first vagina plastic conversion of a statue back in '75 before the bicentennial. Now that lovely lady has a fully functioning vajayjay.
Well, that was money well spent.
Kitty. Oh, Kitty. Alexa, that's enough of that music. I'm going to get those Yiddish fellas in the basement and put these ne'er-do-wells at the zoning in their place, or my name isn't Baron Richenwhite.
You've always been my hero.
Will Richard Branson get his sword? Will Baron get to keep his land? Will Kitty ever be able to ride the monorail again? Tune in next time for another exciting episode of The Whites of Cash Landing, only on Flashback Audio Theater.